enough, I sold my soul a good price, out of sight.
Hello, my name is Pup Gunner, and today I'm going to be reacting to My Partner Identifies as a Dog. I want to react to this as a first video because I want to do something easy and see what kind of content I actually like and what I want to get into. So, without further ado, let's begin.
Imagine if the easiest way to delight your wife is you just throw a ball across the room. Relationships wouldn't fail anymore if that's all you had to do.
Here's Tony.
The bare feet outside in all the grass and sticks and rocks and dirt already bothers me. This is gonna be a good one. That's a good bark.
People come to my house and they see my ribbons and they say, "Oh, you've won all these ribbons at dog shows," but they rarely ask if I'm the dog.
Because that's
I've
not something
won
normal
quite
people
a
ask.
few. This is the High Point Award for Puppy Palooza, and then these two are the best ones I have because these are my two best in shows. I got these at DomCon. My name is Tony, and I'm a human pup.
I'm Andrew. I'm Tony's husband and trainer.
Pet play is any time that a person takes on the role of an animal, and they emulate that animal either through their behavior or their actions. Some people wear costumes. This is the first hood that I ever got. I've been involved in pet play for my entire life. A lot of kids like to play pretend. They like to pretend to be an animal and they enjoy doing it. I just never grew out of that.
I got into pet play through Tony. Once we started dating, he
I don't know how I feel about them keeping their hoods and collars and harnesses and all that stuff out in front of their actual dogs. That's actually one of my major, things with being a pup, is keeping my stuff away from my pets. Because I don't want to confuse them or make them think that, oh, that's mine. No, that's my stuff. I keep it in my drawer or my closet, away from them, so that they do not touch it or play with it or mess with it. So I get that it's out of reach of them, but I would never want to keep that stuff in your home because it could create a power struggle between both you and your pet, if that makes sense. I just feel like it's just not a very, very good idea. Um, let's continue.
handler is a common role for human pups, and I was glad to do it.
They say when the student is ready, the master appears. The first time I met you, I was dressed as a dog for Halloween.
Are you comfortable being fully out?
I don't care.
He's female at the time. I remember that he showed up with a little dog nose painted on. Yeah, it didn't seem weird at the time.
I just happen to have all the gear. There's different aspects of pet play that relate to BDSM or kink or leather. It involves gear that is restrictive or restraining. For example, leashes, harnesses, mitts on your hands. This is called a show tail. What I've done is I've put it.
However, I'd like to add, you don't need any of this, and you don't need any of that to be a pup. If you can get into your headspace on your own, honestly, power to you. That's amazing. The fact that you can even do that, you're 10 times better than me because I can't. I have to have, especially my collar, 4-H trigger to get into pup space. I cannot get into that headspace if I do not have this on. That is probably one of my biggest, I wouldn't say it was a fault, but I feel like it's something that kind of bothers me with my own personal pet play, is the fact that I can't just get into that headspace. I actually need things to trigger it. So, you don't need any of this to do this. I just want to put that out there. It's the same thing with, being a furry and not needing a fursuit. That's basically the equivalent.
Put it through a dildo harness, and then I just wear the dildo harness backwards, and that gives the tail better balance. And as you can see, that's a rubber silicone tail, so it wags. And then the most important part of all of this gear is actually this guy, the ball. That's the most important part. That's it.
My responsibility is similar to the responsibility with a regular dog. The first
Bio dog. I'm a regular dog. I'm just different.
Okay. We have bio dogs, and I do train them because no barking. But, you know, if you want to make a big stink, you're an adult human. You can do what you want. Although you'll be talking to the police if that is necessary.
So,
Officer, I can't be held responsible. You're going to need to talk to my trainer.
I think for a lot of pet play couples that the pets get perhaps a little bit more out of it.
So I hang out and I provide him with lots of attention and tell him he's a good boy.
I am.
That's basically 90% of it.
I am a good boy.
The other 10% is agreeing to make programs and graphic design for a club.
Hey, nice to see you. Come on in. Okay. Very good. Beautiful. The purpose.
Honestly, I'm gonna be real honest here. I forgot pony play was a thing. I completely forgot it was a thing. I was so confused when I saw it. Pony play's cool. However, it is so expensive that I feel like it turned me away from it. I feel like the thing that really turned me away from like pony play and liking pony play is literally just how expensive the gear is compared to pup play. Like it's ridiculous. Like power to you if that's what you want to do. If you have the funds to do that, that's so cool. I don't. I'm poor. So yeah, no.
Of the LA Pony and Critter Club is to provide a safe space for people to explore and experience animal role play. Nice. And we have just the best time. Every time I do one, it's like the best time of my life. This is the best moment of my life. Oh, this is the best moment of my life. And easy to walk.
I'm glad that as a handler, she can actually have fun in the scene because I feel like obviously whatever pet you're like regressing into, you're going to get a lot more out of it than your handler will. You always will get a lot more out of it than your handler will. So I feel like it's actually nice to see handlers that are actually having fun with it and like actually enjoying it because it it feels like a very one-sided thing sometimes. So honestly, the fact that there are handlers that are actually excited to do it's pretty cool.
And extended walk.
We engage in pet play actively a few times a month, and it's often in a social setting, such as a club or an event. We've been in the LA Pony and Critter Club for 6 going on 7 years.
You're so cute.
I know.
The event today that was held by the LA Pony and Critter Club is a play date. They're informal. They can be everything from 3 people to 25 people. Yes, he did.
How long have you been a horse trainer?
A horse trainer since 2009. Before that, I was a pony. I like the performance art. I like the detail. I like creating ballet with my animals. All right, I see there's a camera. Okay, I know. Horses, I do silent commands, and with puppies, I do German.
For me, the quintessential pet play gear is tail and hood. Everything else is extra. So let's do tail first.
I have a question.
Yes.
What sends you into puppy space? Like when you put on these 2 things or one thing?
For me, it's being on all fours. The gear is, I don't need the gear. The gear is for you to see me as a dog.
Okay. So
I don't need the gear.
Actually getting down on all fours, that's it, you're gone.
Yeah. For me,
Imagine like dropping something on the floor and then you get down to get it and then Oh, that's mean. I'm sorry. Okay.
The reason that I like to be a dog is man's best friend. Dogs experience the world through a lens of pure joy that I don't think other animals have. Maybe dolphins, but I feel like that pet play would be much harder. Hey, no, don't get me by my tail. I'll bite you. The LA Pony and Critter Club is kind of pet play vanilla style. There's no sex involved.
So it's safe for work, which is what I am. Hi.
I don't think pet play is sexual. I do think that to an extent it is erotic because it is intimate. I have big ears.
The topic of sexuality and pet play can be pretty controversial. We don't make it sexual, but I have nothing against those who do.
I'm glad you said that. I am safe for work. I will probably always be safe for work, especially in this life, because this is like, you know. I have nothing against people who do it sexually. I just personally choose not to. I use it as a form of pet regression. I use it as a form of coping with trauma and dealing with anxiety because my face is fully covered. It also helps me unwind after a really long day. So I am a safe for work pup. However, if you are not, you're still as valid as I am. And it's okay.
That's great. But more power to those who do.
Aren't you the handler? Why are you barking?
What have I got here? What have I got here?
Oh, give me that.
That is wood mulch. Oh! Oh, oh, the splinters. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. Why would you do that to yourself? What? Jesus. Oh my god. Oh. My feet hurt just looking at that. That's awful. Like, ow. Bro. Bro. Why?
Pet play is, first of all, great exercise. It's a lot of fun. CrossFit has nothing on pet play.
Drop it. Drop it.
I enjoy running around. I enjoy tug of war. I enjoy fetch. Very typical dog activities. Within the larger club, we do fox hunts. We have dog shows. We have herding events. Anything a dog can do, a human can do. I consider myself out. I'm very open. That being said, I do compartmentalize my pet play because not everyone wants or needs to see that. My family, for example, I think they have a general idea that I'm into some kinky stuff, but we don't talk about it.
I think people misunderstand pet play.
Hmm. See, a lot of people know that I'm a pup literally just because I told them because I'm close to them. And a lot of people don't. It's the main reason why I plan on never really showing my face ever. It's it's just one of those things, I guess. Um, it's cool that your family knows. The people I live with know, and the only reason they know is because I have told them and explained to them that it is literally for my anxiety, and they were fine with that. They have a "it's your life, you do as you please" mindset, so I'm obviously thankful for that. Um, but yeah, I really agree with the part where not everyone needs to see your pet play. I'm putting mine on the internet literally just because of the fact that I'm not fully pumping out right now. I'm literally just reacting to videos and wearing my hood because it brings comfort and lessens my anxiety. Like, it's fun for me, and it's also a coping mechanism. Like, I need this. So, it's really nice. Um, However, obviously, I know there are certain audiences that shouldn't see this. My videos are not for kids. My videos are not inherently sexual. There's nothing really sexual about this. It's literally just a mask. It's why I always get confused when everyone makes a big deal out of the fact that I have one, is because of the fact that it's just a mask. I'm not doing anything inherently sexual in it. You are giving it sexual context. I'm not. I'm not doing anything sexual in it, therefore I do not see it as something that is sexual, if that makes sense.
Play because they see a collection of ideas that aren't normally next to each other, namely animals, sex, adults pretending, and they immediately get an alarm sense that something's wrong. I think everyone should feel comfortable exploring the limits of their creativity and imagination, and most of us have grown up in a culture that strongly discourages you from taking it too far. I appreciate that I'm married to someone who encourages me to explore my imagination and my interests wherever they lead, and I try to do the same.
Yeah. My mouth tastes like wood chips.
What?
My mouth tastes like wood chips.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I think everyone should try it once, and if they like it, they should try it a second time.
I don't agree with that. If you know that you don't like stuff like this, please do not put yourself through it. There are certain things where I feel like you can try, but this is one of those things where some people can't get into it unless they have gear. And I don't want you to go out and waste hundreds of dollars on gear just for it to not work. So please don't try this unless you like really know that this is a thing for you. Also, educate yourself on pup play and pet play and in general, educate yourself. So that way you're not mean to those who do it. And if you ever want to get into it, it won't be an issue. Hey, so that's it for the video. Overall, I think it's really nice because it sheds light on people who are safe for work pup players. I really like that fact. However, let's go down to the comments because those are always sheesh. When you do your best not to judge and to be accepting of everyone, but the internet is really testing. At least they're doing it in a place that is private and they're not doing it in front of a lot of people. Sure, they put it on the internet, however, no one forced you to watch it. You inherently clicked on the video yourself, so you can't really get mad at it, I guess. I'm sitting here friendless and single, like, why? Well, usually things like this bring people together faster than normal, like, relationships that don't really have any sort of regression or kink to them. And that's just because of the fact that you kind of feel like you're alone when you do stuff like this. You feel weird, or you feel like no one else is like you. So when you actually do find someone who is like you tend to stick to them. The guy, we don't make it sexual. His facial expression disagrees with every single word he mentioned. I didn't really notice that, but I wonder if the real dogs feel worried about this. Yeah, that's one of my major things, was literally the fact that they had this stuff out in front of their real dogs. That is the one major no that I have with pup play. People who bring it out in front of their actual fucking dogs. Like, that's weird. Stop. You don't want your dog to think that you are not in charge anymore. It can create a power struggle between you and your dog if they see you in stuff like this that inherently makes them feel like they need you, I guess, if that makes sense. Please, if you ever get into this, don't bring this out in front of your actual pets, please. Because it's not good for them at all. Treat them like you would a small child. Would you bring out gear in front of a small child? The answer to that should be no. If the answer to that is yes, then you have many other issues that you need to think through. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you liked the video. The link to this video will be in the description below above everything else. Down there, I'll also leave links to my Twitter. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you didn't like the video, leave a dislike. It's a ratio, I don't really care. I just need to know what I need to upload or not. So if you liked it, let me know. If you want to see more reaction videos. If you like me, you can go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It'd be nice to actually see more, pups, especially ones that are safe for work. Thank you, and have a good day.